Hello, and welcome back to the Humble Gamer channel. Sorry I've been away for so long, but have no fear, I am back now, and we are kicking off with my second grand adventure. Last time I did one of these frankly idiotic global gaming challenges, I went around the world in 80 in-game days, following in the footsteps of Phineas Fogg. This time, however, I'm not going around, I'm going down. Yes, in keeping with the Jules Verne theme these grand adventures seem to be following, I am going to travel to the gaming centre of the Earth. As with 80 days, there is going to be the need for some imagination in places, and there are a couple of rules. Firstly, instead of a time requirement, we are running on a good old-fashioned lives system. This is because the protagonist of the Jules Verne novel, Professor Otto Lindenbrock, had two companions throughout his journey. Axel, his nephew, and Hans Bielke, an Icelandic hunter. Each of these three represents a life on our journey. So, in games where death is a possibility, so is losing one of our lives. If I manage to navigate those games without dying, I can regain a life. Obviously, some games don't carry the threat of death, so in these instances, lives aren't an issue. Also, just to reiterate, time is not a factor at all in this adventure. How long I take to complete a particular task has no bearing on my success, so sometimes discretion is the better part of valour. And finally, if a game has a level system or any form of RPG character progression, then I will be playing it at the lowest possible level for the scenario I am in, and on medium difficulty, just in case anyone thinks I like to make these things easy on myself. I hope you've got all that, but if you haven't, don't worry, I will be re-explaining it as we go along. And so, let's turn to our journey. We start in Hamburg, Germany, which is where Lindenbrock made his home. From there, I will travel to Denmark and then via ship to Iceland, where the real adventure will begin. So you join me in Germany. It's about 10 in the morning. We are currently in Hamburg, which is where the original Jules Verne novels characters started their adventure. We should be travelling up through to Copenhagen. I'll just get the map up for you now so you can see where we're going. So we're going Hamburg through Odense to Copenhagen, up past Kiel into southern Denmark and then across the islands. This is not going to be a long journey. From Copenhagen we are going to get a ferry through to Iceland that will take us 9 days to reach Reykjavik. From there we shall proceed to the volcano. But first off, let's get going. Now obviously, as you may have noticed, I'm not driving a truck. I am driving a Dacia Sandero, which is obviously a mod for this game. You'll find all the links to mods in the credits at the end of the movie. I shall also put them in the description as well. So, without further ado, it's going to take us about... what do we reckon? It's going to take us about 6 hours, so we should be there by about 5:10 in the evening, and that's not a problem because my ferry to Reykjavik leaves tomorrow morning, so it's going to take us 9 days. But obviously this is not a journey where time is an issue. Time is not the thing I'm thinking about. It doesn't matter how long I take to do anything. All that matters is that I get it done. Obviously we'll come on to the lives system as we go deeper into the game, but first off we just got to get to Iceland, and to do that all we've got to do is get to Copenhagen and take the ship, which is exactly what Dr. Hindenbrock, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, I think it's what Lindenbrock, what Dr. Lindenbrock and his two companions, and well at the time it was only Alex, his nephew, and it was in Iceland where they met their Danish speaking guide. So obviously this being a mod, as you can see, the windscreen wipers aren't doing an awful lot, which is great considering the weather we've got for this journey today. But like I said, you know, this is not the be all and end all, this journey. As long as we can make it to Iceland relatively safely, which given that I'm not having to fly or anything, because we all know how that went in 80 days, this is the easiest bit of this journey by quite some distance. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know how it's going to go at all. I may not even reach the centre of the Earth, but we'll come on to that in more detail in the next couple of sections as we begin our journey. Either way, we're on the motorway now, so I shall see you as we arrive in Copenhagen. The thing about this journey in comparison with 80 days is this is obviously much less of it. Obviously there's less travel, straight travel involved, but whereas in 80 days, if I'd failed, the failure was simply not making it back to Birmingham in 80 days. Failure with this means I have died, which is something I really don't want to do, because, you know, I quite like not dying in reality and in video games. So this is it's a journey I'm looking forward to, but at the same time it's a journey that I mean I wanted to complete 80 days, but I really want to get through this one because it means that I can get through video game levels without dying. I'm going to have to play really well to get through this. This journey is actually probably good training for the rest of it, because looking at it, I can't see a darn thing, and I suspect that given that I'm going underground, not seeing a darn thing is probably something I should get used to. So we've just got past Odense, and mercifully the weather has cleared so I can actually see what's going on, which is nice. Maybe that's an omen for the rest of the journey. So I try not to hit this truck. Here we go, another one of the big bridges onto the island that has Copenhagen. Because Denmark is of course a nation really of many islands. It's an archipelago, as well as the part of Europe, mainland Europe, they own above Germany. So we're making good progress. We should be there in about, what, it's said about just under an hour in-game time. Like I said, time is not the important factor here. I'm going to spend the night in Copenhagen before I get on the ferry to head to Iceland, which I'll show it to Reykjavik in 9 days. Then I travel to the volcano, and then we find our way down to the centre of the Earth. Is there a toll post? There is a toll post. Now apparently you can do some of these while travelling sort of without stopping kind of situation. Boom, there we go, nice. Paid the toll without even having to stop. This is going to be, it's a weird journey this one, because it is a journey, but it's not a travel journey. I'm not actually going anywhere apart from pretty much straight downwards. So yep, here we are in Copenhagen. We've arrived in one piece, which is good, because this is the, like I said, this is the easy bit. If I couldn't do the easy bit in one piece, I was worried about the rest of the journey, but I've made it to Copenhagen. That's the important thing. Now what's going to happen now is we're going to park up at the hotel, which is where I shall be spending the night before my cruise in the morning, and then I shall just very quickly explain to you, while I've got you here, what the actual journey is. So here we are at the hotel in Copenhagen. Now, this is what's going to happen. Overnight, I am going to sleep in the hotel, obviously. Then I shall catch my ferry to Reykjavik in Iceland. That will take me 9 days. Then I shall journey from Reykjavik to Snæfellsjökull, which is the actual real-world volcano that Jules Verne used. And we shall try and find our way to the centre of the Earth through there. What's going to happen with the car is going to be taken by plane to Palermo in Italy, which is the nearest inhabited place to Mount Stromboli, which is hopefully where I shall exit a la the Jules Verne novel, depending on whether I survive or not. So, I've got quite a long journey ahead of me. I shall see the Dacia, I shall see that back in Palermo, and I shall see you guys in Iceland.
The journey to Iceland gave me 9 days with just my thoughts for company, and they weren't all positive. Like I said, failure was a genuine possibility, and it would mean that I had died. Obviously, I wanted to avoid this at all costs, so I knew that I would have to use all of my skills and concentration to achieve my goal. And I couldn't help but think that even if I made it to the centre of the Earth, there was no guarantee I could get out. However, once I arrived in Reykjavik, I had no more time to think. I had to travel across tough and volcanic terrain to Snæfellsjökull, the volcano Lindenbrock's party used to drop below the Earth's surface and begin their adventure. And once I arrived there, I had some preparation to do.
Here we are in Iceland. We're at the base of Snæfellsjökull. It's raining, and I'm going caving after this. Once I climb the volcano, I need to make sure I'm ready to cave. So I'm going to have to grab a belt. I'm going to grab a head torch. Probably not that one. I might grab the bigger one. I'm going to take that, a nice snorkel mask, just in case I have to go into any water. I will take the teleporter. Glow sticks, I could take those. I could definitely take a glow stick. I've still got 2 spaces, that's cool, so let's take a glow stick. With that, and then what do I want? Because that's the teleporter, that's the thing that helps me move. That's to help me in water, that's to help me light up an area. Let's take a pickaxe. Okay, so now I've got to go climb a volcano, so I shall see you at the top of the volcano. Snæfellsjökull. This is it. This is the last time I am going to see the surface of planet Earth for a long time. Hopefully it's not the last time ever, because what we're going to do is we're going to climb up that volcano right in front of us, and we're going to jump into the crater, because that's what happened, give or take. But yes, so let's head on forward. There are both primary and secondary hazards which can be caused by volcanic eruptions. The primary hazards include pyroclastic flows, airfall, tephra, lava flows and volcanic gases. The secondary hazard includes ground deformation, lahars, mud flows, landslides and possibly tsunamis if an eruption occurs on the ocean floor. Those are things that the human race is sadly all too familiar with. Let's start climbing this mountain, shall we? Gotta find my way up. Whoa! Okay! Haha! Boom! Alrighty. So there's the volcano. That's doing its thing. That's good. Any of that coming near me? No, good. There has to be a way up. I've got to find a way up. I did not come all this way to get stuck at the bottom. There has to be a way up. Blimey. Okay, that's actually... wow. Alrighty then. There has got to be a way up. And I've got to find it. Ah, okay, here. Probably in quite a safe place unless lava just drops on me. But, okay, so, woof. That is loud in headphones. That is very loud in headphones. There has got to be... I know that you can make your way up this volcano. I've seen someone do it. I need to get up there. This is not what you were built for. But it's what you're going to do anyway. Okay, it might be a case of the old bunny hop. That good old tactic that we use to get up hills in games. Oh, come on. Very shiny rock. Must be obsidian. Oh god, no, 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 come on. I'm getting up towards the cloud now. The ash cloud. There's no lava flow as yet. Oh. I would choose today, wouldn't I? I would choose the day that this thing's going to erupt. Okay, come on. Come on. Oh god, this is a way up. Let me guess, I cannot go that way. Okay. Oh, we are so close to the crater now. Come on. Don't fall. Don't fall. No, I just cannot go that way. Okay. Just gotta crawl across this thing. Whoa, jeez. I knew it would be tough. I didn't think it'd be this tough. I'm actually working up a sweat. But that could be because I'm wearing a jumper in May. Oh, hold on. Is this the lip? Is this my way down? Aha! Come on! One last little climb! No, 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 no. Oh god! Oh god, I am so close. I am so close. That's the lip of the volcano. That is the actual, factual lip of the volcano. Get in that volcano. Get it. Well, we did it. We did it. This is inside the crater of a volcano. Good God. Okay, right. I've got to find my way in now. Well, there we go. I'm in, and that must be it. I'm inside a volcano. I'm going to the centre of the Earth. Well, here goes nothing, folks. So, that's where I came down, and this is the first cavern under the earth. Fortunately, I've got everything still with me. I've got my snorkel, got my pre-lit, what's it called, glow stick, got my teleporter, and I've got my pickaxe. Now this is where the adventure really begins, because from this point forward, next to my face, you will see 3 hearts, like this. The 3 hearts represent the 3 different lives that I've got, because in the original adventure there were 3 people, as I stated in the introduction. So the lives represent each one of those. If I run out of lives, the adventure is over. If I make it through a game that has death in it without dying, for example, this game doesn't have death in it. I don't think I can die in this one, so this doesn't apply here. But for other games where I can die, if I manage to get through without dying, I can gain an extra life. This is the beginning of the real journey to the centre of the Earth. I don't know how long this is going to take, I don't know what's going to happen, I don't even know what I'm going to find. So without further ado, let's get into the centre of the Earth, shall we? So, first things first, there seems to be a cavern down there. That's where I came from. That was the way down. So, right. Let's do this, shall we? I don't know how much I'll be actually looking at you throughout this adventure, so here we go, into the darkness.
The cave was immense, but my heart was lifted by evidence of Lindenbrock's party that had been left behind from their adventure. I hoped that mine would have the same successful conclusion. As I delved deeper into the earth, I saw creatures I had never encountered before. Between them and the darkness, I felt my courage being severely tested. But I would not turn back, not this early. The only way I could go was forwards and down.
I'm not going to go into the water yet. What am I actually looking at? Well, I'm actually looking at you guys. I'm not going to go into the water yet because I don't want to. I'm not entirely sure how the snorkel works. Doesn't look like I've got an awful lot of choice. Already the earth is telling me this is going to be difficult. I thought it would be. This is actually quite amazing, everyone. Okay. Yeah, that looks fun. Okay, it's not that far down. Let's retrace my steps. Oh, there's glowy light. I like this. Oh, that's the wall. This looks like where we've got to go, so. Oh, here we go. How do I do this then? Looks like we've got to go underwater, folks. Okay. Okay. Now we're underwater. Stuff. Well, this is some other cavers have been in here before me. What if these are remnants of the last expedition? Lindenbrock and Alex and their associates. Well, they made it out. Let's see if we can. Let's go. Okay. That's where we've got to go, folks. Oh, I can't go that way. Why can't I go that way? Ah, I can. Oh my heavens, what is this? This is... Ah, that's not what I wanted you to go at all. Thank you. Oops. Back in a second.
Once the broken bulb had been repaired, I continued exploring the cavern.
Alrighty then. Alright, well, in we go. It's going to be fun. Whichever way you slice it. What do we think? Oh, I've turned completely around, so of course. Oh! Nope, that's fine. Lovely. Off even I got out of the last one. What do I reckon? That's where we came from, so this way. Seems to make most sense. This is definitely the end. Ow!
The cave was a terribly complicated maze, seemingly never-ending. Darkness behind me and my adventure in front of me. All I could do was go onwards and downwards. Onwards and downwards.
There's those wetters again. Yeah. Oh, it's that. Jesus Christ! I thought I was getting attacked by a wetter, but I wasn't. It's just that I am genuinely working up a sweat doing this. Working my way through the centre of the earth. Okay, so retraced. Back to here. I kind of feel like that's where I've got to go. Let's have a look. Because there's obviously no set thing in this, but, well, here we go. Probably that way. A little bit further, please. Thank you. Oh, okay, this is a big cavern.
How had Lindenbrock's party survived their ordeal? Even with my modern technology and equipment, I wasn't sure I would survive. But even as I delved deeper and deeper, I just had this feeling that I would find the route they had taken out of this cavern.
Many of those left. Need to go further downwards. Oh, that goes quite a way down, doesn't it? Stop. Okay. This is the way. This is the way, folks. Okay. Wish me luck, everyone. No, 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 no! Damn it! Now that's at the bottom of the sea. Would you just stay in that little... Oh! That's not right. Right, now I've got my pickaxe. Where are those eels? Oh, they're way up there. Right. Oh, hello. There's one. Hey, Mr. Eel. Oh, there he is. Hello, boy. Let's see if I can get out of this bit of water. Not by doing that, I won't. No. Never mind. Oh, hello. I barely saw you then. That way it is then. Oh. Okay. I have to creep this little bit, I think. Ah. That's just a pool of water. Don't really want to go that way. I've not gone down far enough yet. I need to... There we go. This is more like it. Yes. Yes. Oh. It's getting hot, huh? Where's it come from? It's come from water down this. It's definitely getting water down here. Nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. Oh, that's why it didn't work. This is more like it. Ah. Hello, wheels. Oh, no. At least they're not electric. Better get out of their habitat. See you soon, eels. Definitely crystals. Here we go. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Now, in Jules Verne's novel, there was evidence of man beneath the surface, or at least some form of man beneath the surface. Wonder what I'll find. What's that up there?
What it was a door. A door to the next cavern under the earth. I had no idea what lay behind it, but I did know that I had to go through.